I've spent 2 months trying to figure out a reason to not recommend this camera, but here I am doing the exact opposite. This is a DJI Osmo Action 6, and I think this is the easiest camera to start creating content with. As a content creator or someone who makes videos, I think one of the things that we struggle with the most is going through that resistance, that barrier of actually going out to shoot or getting your camera set up, ready, having to connect every single thing that you need to shoot. I feel like the idea sometimes is not when the issue. You can sit down, brainstorm, have a couple ideas that you want to shoot, but actually when it comes to execution, there's that resistance that we all face. I face that sometimes. But with this camera, it eliminates a lot of that with how simple it is and how easy it is to just hit record and start filming. I got the Adventure Combo, which comes with this little stand. It also comes with 3 sets of battery. I obviously have one right now in the camera itself. So this is probably my favorite part of the Adventure Combo. First, the camera. It's got a nice quick release that you can just pop the camera in there and you're ready to go. And you can easily just take it out and pop it back in. That's like the best quick release feature you can use with this. Typically, if you're out on vlogging, you can just hold this, adjust it, and you got a vlog going on right now. I can use this and be talking to the camera. You guys can see me as I'm chatting, and as I move around, you can see the light in the background. When I turn around, it's gonna correct that exposure, and we're properly exposed now. And also I'm gonna turn again against the light, and you can see it's gonna gradually correct the exposure. And that's one of the things I like about this. I don't have to think about it or have to adjust the exposure. I think with that camera too, I could do that. But with this being super portable and lightweight, I like it. I have this Ulanzi little tripod that I use for vlogging. Also with my Sony camera, I attach the quick release mount here so I can actually put this up on here. And now it has become a little tripod. So if I'm out filming and I just want this to capture a shot, all I have to do is put it up on here. And now we have a tripod of me filming with this. Even though sometimes I have to kind of fix the angle. But this is my own little DIY situation to figure out a tripod stand for this. I know there's probably other tripods that I could get to get this set up, but I feel like this works. And that way I can get a shot talking to the camera without necessarily having to hold it. And it's also super portable. I can just slap that in, take this out, and adjust it. And here you go. I'm back to having this in here, or slap it back in. I can even hold it like this too, you know what I'm saying? Get a better angle or a different angle. So this is actually my favorite camera right now. I'm not kidding. This Osmo Action 6, favorite camera at this point in time. Obviously you can see that I have a cage around the camera itself. Now this is not part of the Adventure Combo, but I got this off DJI themselves just because I like that look that it gives the camera. It gives it that rugged look and makes it look, adds a little bit more pizzazz to the camera, you know what I'm saying? Also prevents wear and tear. So if the camera ever falls down, which I have actually dropped it one time, and you can see this little scratch here happened because I dropped the camera and it fell, and obviously camera is still good. So it's good to have a cage on there. I think it was about like 50 bucks from DJI, but let me show you guys what the camera looks like without the cage itself. So this is how small and compact this camera is. Very portable, super lightweight. I can take this, I can put this in my pocket. It makes life so much easier to be able to just film out of the go. One of the benefits of the Adventure Combo is that you get the extra batteries, and also you get this multifunctional battery charger that can help you charge the batteries on the go. So this is basically charging these 2 batteries right now. And so I know I'm never gonna run out of battery. A single battery could last me a couple hours. And so I'm pretty confident that having 3 batteries, I should be good shooting for a long time. So I just put this in my pocket. I'm filming on the go with this, and I know that I'm good. We have the power button over on this side, and this is the record button. The record button also acts as a power on button. So if I don't want to go through the whole process of, if I want to just quickly shoot, I can just press this and it's gonna start shooting like right away. So I just press this comes on and it's gonna eventually start recording. It's already recording, as you guys can see. And then I just hit that, stop it, and it's gonna go off. So it takes off all the stress of having to which is obviously not a stress, but if you want to get a shot real quick, you press that and it comes on. Proper step of turning on the camera over here. We turn that on. You have a selfie cam over on this side, which is great. Like if you want to film and you want to be able to see what you're filming, you know what I'm saying? Like you can still see yourself over on this angle, which I think is great. And then you also have the main screen. All right, now let's talk specs. This camera actually has a massive 1/1.1 inch sensor that records in a 1:1 aspect ratio. This lets you shoot first and crop later. So you can basically shoot 1:1, basically square format, where you can crop it into either vertical or horizontal, which, bro, that is, for me, that's one of the best features ever, because that sometimes shows about filming for both Instagram and for YouTube. But with this camera, I can shoot at the same time and just crop it later. The Action 6 is the first DJI Action camera with a variable aperture, ranging from f2.0 to f4.0, and it gives you better low light performance at f2.0 and lets you achieve a nice blurred background for better close-ups. And if you want to top it up, additionally you got the macro lens, but with the macro lens you even get even blurry background. I also got the macro lens directly from DJI, and this, I think, honestly is a game changer, especially if you get this camera for vlogs. You want to be able to get those detailed shots, and if you want to have that blurry background. Again, I filmed this on my A7 IV, but I'm gonna show you guys the footage with the actual camera itself. So I'm gonna swap the lens out. I'll show you guys how easy it is to swap this lens. Let's screw that out of the way. I'm gonna slap the macro lens in. So that's basically what it looks like. Very tiny, but I think it's really good. Now this camera itself is actually waterproof. So you could go swimming, you can use this on the water, and it's actually pretty good. The lens itself, the macro lens, is not waterproof, so I wouldn't want to go on the water with the macro lens. If I'm ever having to do that, I make sure I put back the original lens in, because the macro lens is not waterproof. With that being said, there are 3 modes on this macro lens. Before my battery dies, here's a quick example of how this is going to work with the macro lens. So I'm going to pop it on here, and you can see I've got this first mode on right now, and I can actually get a shot of this beautiful flower, and we're gonna move that on to person. This is good for vlogging, so you can get a bit of the background blur. Obviously you can actually get this close up and vlog. I think that's kind of what this is meant for. And then the next shot would be to be able to get wide view. So this is good for environments, if you want to capture environments, if you're out in nature, or you want to just capture a wide shot of everything. So that's pretty much it with the macro lens. This is definitely a must get if you're getting this camera. It's only an extra $100-something, and it improves quality of the footage. I'm gonna walk you guys through the camera settings that I actually use. To start with, we're gonna swipe up there and always film at 4K 25 frames, just because I want to get the best footage possible, and 4K 25 frames gives me that shot that I'm looking for. And I like to have it at 4:3 ratio. It gives me that square look. So with this, I can crop into either horizontal or vertical mode. I can also shoot 4K 16:9 ratio, or you can do 2.7K, or you can also shoot 10 at 1080p. But I always shoot mine, like I said, 4K 4:3 ratio and 25 frames. When it comes to stabilization, I like to use Rocksteady. So there's Rocksteady versus Rocksteady Plus. Now, what's the difference? Rocksteady obviously gives you some stabilization when you're filming, which in my opinion, I've tried it and I love it. It actually works pretty great. Now, Rocksteady Plus you would use if you're doing a high impact activity, but that crops into your footage so you can get some more stabilization. But I would use Rocksteady Plus if I was maybe running or doing some like high impact activity with the camera where I want it to still be stabilized, but I'm actually moving a lot. Next to that, we have the dewarp mode. So we have standard dewarp. I always have mine on standard dewarp because I don't like to have that warp look in my footage. But there's also a natural wide, which gives you a wider field of view with the image, and you have a wider shots here, and you have extra ultra wide. With ultra wide, you get a lot of warp in the footage. For example, I'm gonna bring this super close to the camera, and you can see how that's warping around it, right? Yeah. So that is cool if that's what you want for your footage. But let's put it back on standard dewarp, and you can kind of see the difference. It shows you almost the real like shape of the of the image in the picture. My favorite part about this camera is that it has internal storage, up to 50 gigabyte internal storage, and you can still put an SD card, but you need a mini SD card, which I do have. The fact that it has its own internal storage is very clutch. So in case I'm filming and I run out of storage on the SD card, I do have backup. A couple more things that make my life easy. I leave my exposure on auto. As you can see here, the exposure is left on auto, so as I'm filming on the go, this just corrects to whatever it feels supposed to be correct. And so far, I've been loving it. It makes my life super easy. I don't really have to think about changing no camera settings. I just leave it on auto and it does work for me. Same with the white balance. I have the white balance set on auto, and I always leave my color mode on D-Log. So I always shoot D-Log, that way I have more opportunity to color grade in DaVinci. I like to shoot in log, but again, you don't have to if you don't really know much about color grading. You can just put that to normal 10-bit and you're gonna get a normal color profile. And one last thing, I have set up different modes in the camera where I can quickly toggle in between. Currently I have this vlog mode set up here, which shoots my current settings. So whenever I want to toggle in between those modes, I could just go from here to video mode. Is going to go back to regular original camera settings. I can also add more settings here. Maybe if you're someone who maybe you like to bike, you can set up you can do a setting where, for example, you have your stabilization mode set to Rocksteady Plus and you want to have that specifically a different setting. You can toggle in between different modes here. You have super night, which you're going to use at night, subject tracking, great for tracking the subject, and you have slow motion if you want to shoot stuff in slow motion, and you got time lapse. And this is super easy, and you can just easily grab this camera, press one or two buttons, and you're ready to go film. It is super windy right now. Sometimes when you're filming, it could be windy. So I grabbed this microphone from Amazon. This is a DJI Mini, and it only cost me $35. It just improves my audio game. Obviously, like, I'm filming this on the A7 IV. I've got this microphone up here, but this is an extra that I get to use for the DJI Osmo. So because the Osmo Action 6 acts as a receiver itself, all I need is to get one transmitter, I think up to one transmitter. I don't know if it connects, if it works with two, but I know you don't need a receiver because the camera itself acts as a receiver. So all I have to do is connect this microphone to the camera. All right, so we're filming. It's super windy. I'm obviously doing a shot right now. You guys can probably hear some background noise. I know the in-view camera itself is actually pretty good, which is, I've actually used that sometimes, and I can't lie, I love the in-view microphone. I actually think it sounds okay, but if you want to up your microphone game, you probably want to invest in one of these, and this is what it sounds like with the microphone. So let's turn that on. Boom. So right now I've got the microphone turned on and I'm actually filming the same shot with the microphone, and this sounds, I think, 10 times better, and I can be on the go and have this filming. So typically what I would do is, most times if I'm vlogging, I don't want to be going back and forth with turning the mic on. The mic actually lasts up to 8 hours. So I would just have this on, connected to my shirt or wherever I want to put it. And I know I'm gonna be good for as long as I'm filming. Obviously 8 hours is a long time for a microphone to last you for. Most times I'm out filming for 2, 3, 4 hours, and the microphone has never died on me one time. And it connects directly to the camera. And that, in my opinion, is one of the best things you can have, so you don't stress about audio. If you have good audio, you're chilling. As much as I love this camera, and I talk about how the first DJI camera with like better low light performance, I still think the low light is not as good as my actual Sony camera, because obviously Sony is known for having one of the best low light camera qualities. Obviously, I'm not going to be using this to shoot events for people. This is good for me, especially as a videographer, if I want to get behind the scenes shots, if I want to get POV shots, good. And also for creating content like I am right now in this camera. That's the only caveat. When it comes to battery life is good. If you only get in just a standard combo, you're getting one battery, I think you still get a good battery life. I think about 4 hours of shooting, or 4 to 6 hours. That is still decent, but if you want to get that Avenger combo, it comes with 3 battery packs. Get extra battery life. Overall, I'm gonna say this is not the most powerful camera I own, but it's the one that makes creating a lot easier. I can easily grab this and go shoot. I can put it in my pocket. I can put it in a little tiny bag and travel with this. If I'm traveling on a short trip and I don't want to pack my camera, I can take this with me, and we are ready to film wherever and whenever, on the go, as fast as I can, as much as I want to. And so that's one of the reasons why I like this camera. I thought I'll put you guys on if you're someone who wants to invest in a good camera and you don't want to get the Pocket 3, or you want to try something else that's more versatile. I think you should get the Action 6. This video is not sponsored, but thank you guys. If you like this video and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing, bro? Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.